So I was on the phone earlier today with a prospective client who mentioned that he had seen many of my videos, and we were talking about mediation and collaborative law, and he was asking about the difference between the two or the differences. And so I'd like to do a video along those lines. My name is Ken Novenstern, Fredman Baken and Novenstern, LLP, Mount Kisco and White Plains, New York. And currently I'm in White Plains, as you can tell from the paintings by my grandfather behind me. So really I want to focus on the difference between a mediator and a collaborative law attorney. And, because people often are making a decision about whether they are going to go into mediation or whether they'll start a collaborative law process for their divorce. And so I think it's important to understand that a mediator is often an attorney, not always. They don't have to be an attorney. Sometimes financial people act as mediators, sometimes mental health professionals act as mediators. I think generally all mediators are trained in mediation. I know that the Center for Mediation in New York City does regular trainings. Other organizations do trainings for mediators. So mediators are, I think, for the most part, trained in mediation. In terms of differences, a mediator can provide information, but a mediator cannot provide legal advice to the parties. Mediators will generally advise parties to each have their own review counsel, but they are not in a position to answer a legal question and advise someone in the course of the mediation. In regard to a collaborative law attorney, it's a different process, but collaborative law attorneys are trained in mediation, at least those attorneys involved in the New York Association of Collaborative Professionals. Collaborative law attorneys are obviously attorneys. And so in the collaborative law process, you're working with an attorney who is advising you, can answer your questions about the law, can provide legal advice, and will be there next to you in the process, which again is a mediation-based process. So there's certainly that similarity between mediation and collaborative law process. But in any event, some people, I think, are comfortable in mediation. They're comfortable and sophisticated enough to handle the issues that come up and the decisions that come up and that they have to make. Some people are more comfortable having a collaborative law attorney with them in the process and assisting them with the decision making and sort of boots on the ground decisions that they might have to make in meetings. So I hope that helps in terms of the two processes and the difference between a mediator and a collaborative law attorney. Please contact me if you have any questions. Again, Ken Novenstern, Fredman Baken and Novenstern, LLP, in White Plains and Mount Kisco, New York. Take care.